bands on the beat, bitch.
Hey, alright, yeah, okay, it's peasy. I bite, yeah, okay. I've been chillin', sippin', smoking, living. I've been billin', tryna get my billings. I've been chillin', sippin', smoking, living. I've been billin', tryna get my billings. Ain't got no time for these haters, man. Tryna take me off of my gaming things. They can't take me off of this cause I'm about my change. Gotta get my bang for my bucks all the time. Who the fuck is you been hating on? You know me, I'm about my fucking grown. Bang, talking shit to get you left alone. In the corner sitting out by your lawn. What's your beef? We've got a problematic. Whoa. Too much fentanyl, alcohol, problematic. We been chillin' here, getting it in these streets. Ain't no hating, we just tryna get that heat. I'm talking about it. I've been chillin', sippin', smoking, living. I've been billin', just tryna get my billings. I've been chillin', sippin', smoking, living. I've been billin', just tryna get my billings.
In a lab like I'm Dexter, cooking up a plan and thinking of a way to get booked for some bands. Racks on me like shoulder pads. Professor, I know the math. Jesus put me on this road, I walk by faith, I know the path. We about to rendezvous, get away for just a bit. Ain't gonna be no such thing as that cost too much, cause bitch we rich. I been getting money every single day, throwing middle fingers in a hater's face.
Well, easy, I've been chillin', sippin', smoking, living. I've been billin', just tryna get my billings. I've been chillin', sippin', smoking, living. I've been billin', just tryna get my billings. Ain't got no time for these haters, man. They be tryna take me out my lane and things, but they can't get me off of this, cause we bout not change. Gotta get our bank for our bucks all the time. Time. I wake up every morning thanking God for a new day. People crazy out here, baby kids getting slain. Rest in peace to the people who ain't make it today. I thank God for the seconds I'm still living okay. Life's hard, that's the rules, gotta play the game. The game change ain't the same, but I can't complain. I'm just trying to avoid ignorant human beings. Keep protecting investments, I'm trying to have things. Okay, now let's take it back to our own community. I think we really need some unity. Instead of us separated by all the scrutiny. I can't remember quite vividly what it did to me. That's why I stay smoking cess to relieve the stress. So I can stay super focused and see through all the mess. Why can't we just stick together? Because the matter is, separated we fail, together we the shit. I don't know what's going on in our communities. Won't you tell me what we doing wrong? Cause I'm on money on this. I don't know what we're doing wrong in our communities. Won't you tell me where we went wrong? Cause we can't fix this on our own.
I'm trying to tell you what's crazy out here. Nowadays you gotta move like you have no fear. Really what happened to our community? Everything done changed up, there's no more unity, yeah. I remember playing in the ball, but now you can't do that. You might end up with trouble. Ooh, crazy how we end up in situations. Gotta have patience, can't be impatient. Cause ain't nobody with me for you, but I'ma just be me and do what I gotta do. And that is for me another. I'ma keep it 100, I ain't got time for these suckers. Cause they like to smile in your face, but in the back of their heart, man, they have so much hate. Where did the love go? Living in the world is so cold. Ain't little kids no more, man, we freaking wrong.
I don't know what's going on in our community. Won't you tell me where we went wrong? 'Cause
watch out for each other. Now we gotta watch out for each other. Used to be closer than brothers. Your mother was like my mother. Cooking up the chicken smother. Extended family discovered. Slip on couch, pass me a cup. Now you don't know a motherfucker. Now when in the fuck did we get the train off the track? Look how we act. Total strangers. Like we ain't under attack. Plus it's black on black. We used to be united and stacked. That capital together, but now they ain't them boys be ready to jack. That's a fact. Gotta get that old thing back. Let's unify. I don't give a fuck about flag. Tell me how you feel to my face and take these thighs in my back. I'm proud to be black, but y'all be floating on bull. Sip something, take a pull, cause we all can get full. Keeping the peace in the streets for the sake of our babies, elderlies and ladies. Stop dropping them shells on the ground like y'all crazy. The police killing us already on the daily. And like that shit great, don't hate that cash. You too can ride a Mercedes.
I don't know what's going on in our community. Won't you tell me where we went wrong? 'Cause I'm already on it. I don't know what I'm doing wrong in our community. Won't you tell me where we went wrong? 'Cause we can't fix this on our own. Oh, we can't fix this on our own. Oh, we can't fix this on our own. Aye, it's peasy. Aye. Keep telling myself that, oh my God, I'll go hard, nigga. Right from the start, nigga. Write a beat up, rap it apart, nigga. Give it apart, after I part. Send that bitch on the way, dearly departed. Could it be that I'm chilling out here, rocking with JoJo B and giving you G up? Should I say J? Jules, I'm dropping you niggas and giving you shit that could have left you bruised. Choose. I just give you the choices you can make from the words that I infuse all up in your bruised up area. I don't care if I have to bury you with the shit I deliver you. It's all gravy, baby. I'ma keep it player, baby. Motivated like the Navy. I just be praying crazy. These niggas got me wavy. Just thinking about the shit that I be saying on the mic when I be spitting life is crazy. And in the end, when it's all done, to be by my side compared to none, better be done. And in the end, when it's all done, to be by my side compared to none, better be done. Here I come. Hey, yeah.
Hey, let's go. Let's go. You know, you know what time it is. Yeah. Let's go. Let's get it. Hey, what's up? What's going on? Hey, it's the show. Welcome. I'm all home. Yeah. Hey, this song, like we got the vibe, we got the vibe. Welcome to my room. Yes, I'm blind. Monday, Saturday live. People enjoy the motivate all up on your line. Hey, wait till the time. Wednesday where we can ride. Wednesday, yo. And PZ's open. Cut it out, B. Hey, join the stream. Call my PP, we the streets. Blind and see. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Talk about it. Just talk about it. Hey, come on, let's talk about it. Talk about it. Yeah. Let's get it. Let's go. Yeah, man. Yeah, we here tonight. Happy Juneteenth. It's another one of those. We are in our second annual celebration nationwide of it. And kicking off like we usually do.
But I think the feds needs to look into them. Ain't no MF way y'all try to take money from me every day. And I don't even know what's it for thinking face.
So you know what that is, you know? What's good? What is good? So yeah, man, like this is what we doing, man. I'm celebrating. I'm sitting back listening to my dog Roland Martin as he brings us this pro-rated sponsored filming of Juneteenth celebration celebrated over the weekend last weekend. For today, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like, as a matter of fact, I believe they are actually down in Galveston, Texas, live, and they're streaming from earlier today. They've been talking about it. So like my thing is like, you know, for everybody that's in here, you know what I'm saying? We just talking tonight. I'm motivated because we always keep this episode today, Motivation Monday, for motivating minds about motivating things, and on such a spacious occasion. Being Juneteenth, and this is really the first time we get a chance to actually recognize, you know, Juneteenth, you know, on a more wider scale than just the average African American Black people that are very much familiar with the heritage and how much its date symbolizes to the people of this country. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things that I feel like, you know, I'll give you a primary example of some things, you know what I'm saying, that I just feel like really need to be discussed in the back end on a situation that involves even just on a see it for yourself kind of basis. You know what I'm saying? You know how when they have holidays around, you know what I'm saying, they start a week, 2 weeks, almost a month later, some cases where they're constantly bombarding you with these, you know, different types of promotional sales and deals and all of this stuff, right? So one of the big things that I realized during this time, which was just something that popped up on my radar maybe yesterday over Father's Day, I was searching through and just, you know, going through the Google Play Store, and I happened to get notified of Juneteenth black entrepreneurs that have products to sell on Play Store, right? Now, I thought this odd, and the reason why I thought this odd is not because of the fact that we have to deal with the situation of this being a thing where I was looking at a tweet that came in earlier today that said, why are we concerned about the celebration of a woke holiday? And about all of this, it's only more so concerned with the fact that this holiday supposedly represents a CRT motivated woke agenda of that the nation is trying to adopt, which in actuality is basically just saying fuck your history and the fact that we treated you so poorly, and we're willing to do it again if legally bound, but if we're legally able to. But because we're not, we're just going to criticize everything that we see that we feel is important and shows significant relevance to you and anything that represents you, because we don't want to talk about it. We don't want to hear about it. We're tired of talking about things that have not changed for you since we given you this quote unquote freedom. You see what I'm saying? So we sit and we talk about, all of the stuff that's going on in the world today, and we don't even know that at the end of the day, I just discovered myself that a study came out that the IRS has been, in more occasions than one, overcharging, overtaxing black and minority people in this country. So if you're to tell me that this holiday holds no significance, yet we are steadily seeing the fact that black progression is being pushed to the side or in the back or constantly being stepped on to try to prevail for what is concerned, what is the most concerning situation, a white man or woman's emotions, versus the fact that this holiday really references the fact that even in that time when that emancipation was signed, there had been a absence of time where it was even acknowledged. So at the end of the day, everyone in history of America is familiar with the Emancipation Proclamation and when it was signed into law. The 13th Amendment, along with that assistance for the Emancipation Proclamation, just basically gave the opportunity for technically the southern states to have to give their white or black slaves to freedom, to what they considered freedom. Um, and one thing I learned about something that we recognized about this holiday's significance was the fact that even once that message was sent and landed in Galveston, Texas, that also did not, on the other hand, free slaves that were held in the borders in the middle grounds of this country, places like Delaware, places like West Virginia. These states did not acknowledge and were bound and were not allowed to set them free because of their significance to the war. After the Union armies exited the southern states, and they didn't have any fight. They didn't have anything. They didn't have anybody to fight. There was nothing left. Oh, but it's these things that we don't take into knowledge of knowing, and that are being hindered and restricted in certain states, that is causing this issue to be seemingly irrelevant to certain people. And it's sad because, I mean, to me, honestly, we're talking about history of this country, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I said this before to myself over the weekend as I was looking for something to say to the people in my tweet. Just came into mind. It was like, We are looking at situations like this and trying to make sense of it all because as a black American and someone trying to understand this world, this country, everything that's been going on, all while building life, keeping a life intact, and how to manage taking care of oneself and others in a way that shows that we value these things and we want the best and only the best to be provided for these people. So when we start to think about that shit, and then we go through the fact that every time a issue comes up that is African Americans addressing situations of just complete and utter disrespect towards the race, or the fact that there are still several states that have not acknowledged the racist laws that they bestowed on their citizens in retrospect that only affected minorities and African Americans specifically, and refuse to even acknowledge the wrongs that were done to these African Americans, their ancestors, or any of that thing. Because anytime a black person like myself or anyone speaks about the words reparations, anybody gets all in their feelings like as of like this was not supposed to happen. This is never supposed to come to pass. Anybody talking about this is blasphemy. It's just the issue that should be addressed that has not been addressed and is way long overdue, because when we look at the fact that black people have played a instrumental role in this country, as well as minorities of all backgrounds outside of the European white race, they have no standings in this point. We fought their war for their freedom, and then yet we had to damn near beg for our own, and are still asking to just be given equal standings, because at this point in this country, in this day and age, we still are arguing for these situations to be settled. Yet we are seeing in one or more, it's only been really in one state so far that is even considered the options of what reparations would look like for African Americans in of their state that have been in indifference to these racist laws that took place during the times of this country's history. But we also see, and I see myself, and I think what I noticed in this whole situation is the fact that I feel like the states that are most uh, restraint from having a positive response to the reparations whole thing are the states that hold the most biased towards probably the most horrific racial issues that have taken place and probably did take place in that state's history. So as we look through all of these different things, I believe it is our due diligence as American citizens to really dig into these issues and start asking these questions like, why are we seeing these people treating a specific delegation of people who have just as much significance to this country's history and the economic standings as any other citizen in this country? Why is it so important that we dismiss their claims or even just their background histories? Because we're standing in front of people who want to whitewash our entire background as African Americans away and take away the names and the history that actually makes us who we are at this point, and the reason why we are the way we are in all aspects, whether you're black, white, or other. Because at the end of the day, it's not the situation of when we look at the fact that they are willing to do this, right? and think that this is okay, and then try to, you know, on the other side, appease to these corporations and kiss asses and give these people tax cuts and shit while they're raising our taxes, taking away vital things from us that we should be endowed with as countries, as the citizens of this country. I say this a lot when I speak about stuff like this because of the simple fact I feel it's true. And when we speak truth to power, a lot of times it manifests. So what we have to understand is right now, I feel like we need to be more outspoken about these issues, addressing the fact that there are racial biases in our system, acknowledging that even today, in the year 2023, we have racial biases that are shooting to the highest levels at this point. You can see that even when you look at states like Florida. When you can see that when you look at states like Alabama and Louisiana and Mississippi and Texas. And these states are still holding the record for being racially motivated on their laws and biases. So any of these things that I'm talking to you guys about at this point right now is basically just giving you the rough cut. So places, when you head out to places like North Carolina, Virginia, and South Carolina, and Tennessee, and you're wondering why places like this have such a odd appearance to you, or you don't feel like you're in a comfortable zone, it's because they are trying to reclaim these types of roadways that they once ran the streets red with, because at the end of the day they want to they seem to want this kind of, you know, anarchy and chaos to continue to exist, because if they didn't, then you wouldn't see so many people embracing the supremacy that is taking place in this country right now. The fact that they are having no problem agreeing with a governor that says that critical race theory is a heinous act and it should be disbanded, and they're taking out black history for it. They're going to cut out Black history studies because it all collectively supposedly goes back to CRT and a quote unquote woke agenda. Because honestly, these people have no idea what it means, what the word means, what the phrase acknowledges, or any of that. Yet we are stuck here trying to spend more time elaborating this instead of expressing this by a physical show of what it is capable of doing. Being woke is not a bad thing. For people that are still considering this option, that is true. That is not a bad thing. You guys got to really stop looking into that fucking shit the way these other motherfuckers are trying to put it out there to you. I'm just saying this because it's real. And what a lot of people have to understand is, hey mom, like it just is what it is. Like we live in a world right now where people have to be aware of their surroundings. And I'm not just talking about understanding the policies and biases that's going on in your city and your local town, state, and governments. I'm talking about just being aware of your surroundings around you in your neighborhood, in your everyday life, because these things take place and they tend to happen to people who aren't paying attention. So at the end of the day, for all of us, I just advise you to experience the truth in the word woke and understand why we utilize it, why we acknowledge that it is time to awaken and stay away from these sleeping ass people, because most of these people are just trying to stay in that barrel that we're trying to get out of and have been trying to get out of for almost over 400 years now. This is ridiculous. At the end of the day, however, here's a reminder. Saturday for the West Coast. I'm gonna give it a break. But I'm just saying we really got to start focusing on these things. Yeah, I really do think that this would help us in a way that, you know, we wouldn't believe. Thank you. My pleasure. Just doing the job. Yeah, she didn't say thank you to me until like just now. That's like the first time. That's like the very first time she said thank you to me all day today. She's been hella silent. Well, like I said, man, like while I got all of y'all here, I wanted to let y'all know if y'all have anything y'all would like to tell me as far as like a topic you want to talk about, Tuesday topic, hit me up in the DMs. If you're on Discord, drop me a message on Discord, Peasy Show, Discord server. If you're on Facebook, hit me in the messenger board. If you're on WhatsApp, +15187765154, hit me up there. Let me know a topic you would like to talk about this week for tomorrow's episode. Talk about it Tuesday. We're gonna get that thing popping. See which one comes in, and we'll take it from there. I also want to give you guys a heads up and let you know that tonight I am going to tune in with Air It Out Radio again this week. Since another joint, I'm just gonna pop off and let you guys know the album is out today. Sunset in the Summer is on stream everywhere. Go get it. YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, wherever you stream your music. I just seen it. It's posted. Got to handle a little technical difficulty with the cash flow. So if y'all don't catch it, if y'all don't catch the link, it'll still be there for you guys. Just give it some time. They want to hassle me over fucking $3, and I'm telling them niggas to chill the fuck out and shut up. But anyway, you know how I go. Just trying to make it all come down to the point of, taking off, doing this shit the right way, making sure that each of these things go down as perfect as they should. Also, don't forget as well, the Peasy Show theme song challenges, singles are out. You can check those as well on the streaming platform. Hit that up. Y'all search me up, Mr. J Guns, MrJaiGunz on all platforms you stream your music. Now, like I was saying, Juneteenth, because Juneteenth for me, man, Juneteenth, it's a lot, folks. It really is. And I do see the fact that we are in an age of learning. We're in a phase where we can take in this knowledge. We can learn from these things that are taking place in our surroundings today to understand how to make better choices. Because this is the biggest thing about it. What's happening now doesn't have to remain and be the same in every situation. We have the power to change these things. As they have said and said time and time again, there is strength in numbers, and I believe that at some point in our time, it is going to come down to that. We have to understand the power in our numbers, and if we can get to a point of understanding what is really, really important here when it comes to how these leaders are dictating our lives in these states, we can change the tides to all of this. All of these politicians that are in here are in there, are in office making these poor choices on our behalf, have been elected, meaning they were given the opportunity to hold these offices and chairs because we put them there, whether we voted or we didn't. If we didn't, we really gave it to them because they didn't have anyone to contend against. There was no one to defend against that. And majority of the people are not suffering from the choices these people are making, the poor choices these people are making. The other people that are likely to even be impacted won't even see it before, won't even be alive before it happens, because the money they have will protect them. The money we have won't protect a damn ant from a fucking falling tree. So let's just keep it real. We need every everyone on board. 2024 is really want to be one of those years where the elections where we really need to start acting like we care about what these people are doing to us, because the more we sit here and we keep allowing things to go and not paying attention and not caring about what elections are and what they mean to the people of this country, the more we're going to start seeing issues of biases taking place where one group of people or another is being completely eliminated from the discussion and not being involved in things that could benefit all of us. And the reason why I say that is simply this. Like, a lot of people make up these things where they think that, oh, okay. But that's what I mean. It's like, when y'all think about this, we have so much to offer to this country that could truly expand our horizons as a country, as a whole. We have so much to offer. We have smart kids. We have innovative minds. We have creators. We have builders. We have just mind-blowing, strategically smart people, whether in politics or in just in life, in people skills. Oh, okay. Let me know what you think, Mama. Thank you. But I'm just saying, it's so many of us out here. We have so much to offer to the country we live in, and a lot of us, people of color, minorities, black people, however you want to look at us, whichever direction we come from, we really are here because we love this country. This country gave us something that nobody else did, and that's the ability to be here. Even though us as black people went through the shit we went through, we still get up every day and smile in everybody's face and say everything's okay. And yes, it's not everybody that's saying this. Yes, it's not everybody that's mindset on this, thinking like this. But when we look at the situation, there's more good than bad out of that. There's more good than bad coming out of this. More of us want to see success in our lives. More of us want to achieve the ultimate goal of seeing what is called the American dream, because we have been here for as long as this country has been considered a country, and we haven't seen it yet. So that's the whole thing. The only the American experience that the black people experience is not the American experience that anybody else has experienced. And in many cases hasn't been that way for a while. So it just makes me feel like we really need to focus on things that really that really matter to us, as far as how this thing goes for moving forward. And when it comes to days like Juneteenth, make sure that people are not falling for the okie doke. These people want you to believe that this day doesn't even have anything significant to do with anything, or that it's some CRT agenda hoax. Listen, folks need to realize black people have a history here. In this country, black people have a history. And if that means we have a history, that means just like George Washington, there was a black person there. Okay? You know what I'm saying? Like, let's look at that and stop acting like this is a small thing or it's not significant. Because until we can acknowledge as a country, and I ain't talking about just the people you sit by and talk to, because it's not always them that it matters to. It's these people that are standing up on these big screens in front of your face to the millions of other people that don't believe that same thing, that they don't believe it, they think it's this, and they want to villainize it. That is the problem. This is the thing that we have to face. that we shouldn't have to understand. We shouldn't have to face it. White fear is a real thing. But at the end of the day, there is nothing to fear other than the fact that they need to stop finding ways to make their lives mean less when they do all of these heinous things to us, because they're spending their life stressing themselves over us instead of trying to just figure out how to live and make their own way. We do this every day. We're sitting here going through through the world right now, going through the bullshit in the country right now, trying to establish a life, a comfortable life. Most people don't even get that. And then you turn around and you do stupid shit like raise the retirement age. You do stupid shit like tell us we can't receive the money that we've been paying into for all the work that we've done at every job that we've had, that we can't get that until a certain time in our life, where most people on average in this country right now are losing years on their life because of all of the shit that's going on around us. Significantly, the black man and woman are losing years on their life because of this stuff. Black men have to stress twice as much as the average as any other person. White men have no problems really, unless they build their own. Fuck. When you think about it, how many people do you know that have a vehicle? Look at that part of, for example. Just the fact that I can probably count on one hand how many family members I know that have a vehicle. This is not a large number either. So looking at that, and then looking at the fact that I just got off the phone with a brother that has literally technically almost no place to go, but he just sold a car. Like, I'm having real issues trying to connect to the things that are going on around me, especially when comparing to the fact that people are trying to dismiss the heritage of what black people have been through in this country. It drives me mad to hear people saying things like this day doesn't matter. This day wasn't significant. Black people or schools teaching black history doesn't equate to teaching American history. How is this possible? How is this not something that doesn't teach American history? Because white people were owned by someone at one point. Oh yeah, we forget that the Europeans that were the slave owners here in America were also owned by the British at once. They came over here because they didn't want to continue to be enslaved by the British. So they came here and tried to develop a country of their own. So they didn't have to go through the taxations, and they still had to fight for it. And who else was with them? The slaves they brought with them, us. You see what I'm saying? And yes, I don't like to speak on it like that, because no, I didn't live through slavery. But at the same time, knowing that my family line is that close, my blood space is that close to that history, that close to when slavery ended for us. For you that don't know, I have relatives that literally have called to me and told me, listen, your cousin your great aunt that was just the one that lived to see slavery end and was born after slavery end, and that slavery ended, just passed, and things of this nature. See what I'm saying? Like, this is not something that is new. This is not something that is not old either. It's not that old either. It's not as old as anybody likes to look at it. You see what I'm saying? Because to be honest with you, when The boycotts, the bus boycotts of Montgomery were taking place. That was in the 50s. So we're talking not very long ago, folks, at all. I mean, damn. If you add another 7 years to that, that's when my parents were born. Okay, so we're talking about seriously not a lot of time. Not a lot of time passed. But we often get told that we are harping on the past, harping on a history that shouldn't continue to be brought up. We know what happened. No, several of you don't still, because apparently we wouldn't have Lauren Boberts and the Ron DeSantos and fucking Greg Abbotts that considerably think like they do in this country that are now governing and making legislative rulings that ultimately don't show that they have seen or learned what racism is, because they continue to showcase what CRT really is capable of identifying. CRT is great at compromise at conquering the valuable assets that these people tend to utilize in order to make it seem as if they are not being biased, but financially, economically, this is the racism that we are facing. Because it's one thing to not call us niggers to our face, but it's another thing when you pay us like trash. And that's how you treat us. And then you think that we want to live in public housing or in low income housing because yeah, we're just lazy, good for nothings. So you say, thugs and hoodlums. Well, when you don't have the capital that every other person is given or getting, then it's obviously an issue that you have to come up with you have to come up with an answer for.
Perfect eyesight with these incredible glasses. Millions of people.
And that answer don't always come with a clean one. What's good, Doc?
The only option is to go to the doctor and wait for a new pair, and that can cost you hundreds of dollars.
Hold up, Doc.
We keep criminalizing.
I'm coming to get you, Doc.
People with mental illness. People keep criminalizing people that need help. They don't need abuse. They need help. I want to know who called the order that it was all
Whoa.
for this man to choke this brother to death and go on his bed.
Yeah, man. So yeah, man, I'm just having a little bit of a sit.
It was all right to release him. We can't live in a city where you can choke
Word.
to death.
Yeah, man. So I'm really just.
No threat. And you go home and sleep in your bed while my family got to put me in a cemetery. There must be equal justice under the law.
Yeah, bruh.
Is that he's been choked much of his life.
Yeah.
The agencies that
Yeah.
to keep him and give him mental health choked Jordan. Those that let him go.
And see, that's the crazy part about it, fam. Like, we live in a world today where we sit down, me and you, on this live stream having these conversations, right? But yet, when it comes to how others look at us, like the people that matter to us the most, like our beneficiaries, like the people that pay that hand us checks when we work good, when we do good work, or the people that benefit from they get from our medical payments that we pay off when we pay our medical bills, or when we buy prescriptions from these doctors offices and stuff that keep shoving pills down our throat. You know what I'm saying? We look at a series of different things. Like I found out in my history of learning that You know, black people weren't always taken serious when it came to even medical situations. Like women's pain was often ignored. You know what I'm saying? People who said they were, you know, they, yeah, like right. And then then when, but then when you see the craziest part about it is then when you start to see the issue that has come up recently, like with the opioid addictions and you know the fentanyl addictions, the fact that these addictions are starting to hit the white population is the reason why people are starting to say something. Because beforehand, believe you me, that was not a question. Yeah, it's about the money because that's literally what it came down to, fam. It went from we got y'all, we took the best parts of it. See, and what that's the thing that people don't understand. The ones that are sitting at the very top are the people that got the most money out of the slavery that was given, out of the slavery they got from their family. That's why they are still at the top. They don't speak on issues. You don't hear them say nothing. They just throw money. And the reason why they do that is because the way they throw money, they always get it back. You see how that happens when you look at politics today. That's a fact. Right. See what I'm saying? So here you are being treated like a damn you being treated like a dog now. They threw a couple treats at you. Now you gotta go play now you gotta go do a trick for them. You see what I'm saying? So that's the but that's the mind that's the issue that is at hand when we look at these situations that take you know what I mean that have taken place in our country, you know what I'm saying? We start to sit here and say to ourselves, like, why is it so bad? Why is it that all of us are, you know what I mean, out here trying to damn near kill ourselves for a company that really don't give a motherfuck about you? You see what I'm saying? They just want their money's worth that they getting off you. Right. And then when you then and then to look at all of that, and then you go to your government, your local, your local politicians who are supposed to be in charge of controlling the people so that the others so that they don't screw you over. No, they're looking to fill their line. They're looking to line their pockets too. They're the main ones looking to line their pockets. So exactly. So they're basically fucking us both ways coming and going. So it's that's the problem. That's one of the biggest problems. What up, JoJo? And that's how it's got. That's how we have to be at some point in our in this day and age. We have to start doing this on a level where people start to see this more often than they see all of this ratchet shit. Oh, this guy got his pants pulled down on camera. That was so funny. It got 1 million views. Okay, question. Was that was that as important as the fact that the government just told you that if you're on social security or if you're on social services, for example, getting food stamps, that you got to now find a job in an economy that just recovering from the pandemic that pretty much took us out almost 2 years. But they forced us back in after the first year. Yep.
at 2:10 p.m. on November 7th using Telegram as the encrypted app.
Exactly.
Lamont told Tario that need to switch to encrypted. Alerts
Yep.
are being sent out to law
Yep.
enforcement as social media website accounts
Yep.
belonging to
That's
your
a
people
fact.
are talking about mobilizing and quote
That's a
taking back
fact.
the country, getting people spun up, just giving you a heads up at 2:14 p.m. on November 7th, 2020 using Telegram. Tario sent Lamont an audio message at 2:16 p.m. on November 7th using Telegram. Lamont told Tario, got your voice messages, just giving you a heads up. Please keep this between
Right.
you and me. So here you have Michael, this cop, not happy that Biden is president. He's sitting here cavorting with a white supremacist of the Proud Boys.
Because nowadays they not playing with you. You playing a dangerous game just doing that. Yeah, definitely doing. You definitely playing a dangerous game, and I mean, this coming from somebody who never rode legally.
Okay, I know, for instance, I know people periodically will get reports that say white supremacists
Right.
have infiltrated.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I've been in spaces where, I literally know that at some point it's gonna change. Something's weird, something may happen, something, may change, or something may go on that's gonna take place that, and myself, I think I'm just more of the precautious type because of the way that we have to be in this day and age. So it's just so many things going on out here that you cannot account for. And for me personally, I'm just the type of person, I'm like, look, I don't got time for that shit. So I'm paying attention to more shit. I'm trying to watch people. I'm trying to watch people. I don't want nobody trying to take me out at no time right now, because unless I'm going out on my own.
Georgia grand jury has indicted 3 former law enforcement officers for beating a black inmate inside a county jail. Former Camden County Deputy Ryan Beagle and detention officers Mason Garrett and Braxton Massey are facing charges of battery, simple battery, and violations of oath by a public officer. The incident happened in September when the 3 officers were caught on video beating Jared Hobbs, who was initially hit with 10 additional charges after the incident. But those charges were dropped.
And then you look at that factor, knowing that, and I believe this too wholeheartedly, man. One of my biggest things is the fact that what I keep saying is, if people start to realize the stuff that these people are doing in our government houses, in our houses of representation, I guarantee you right now, if they start to see that collectively they are starting to do stuff like this, and then other states are just mimicking the dumb stuff to see if they can get away with it too, these people are going to start to notice it, and they're going to take it the wrong way. That's what it's going to take. And I feel like this shouldn't have to be the way it is, the way I'm hearing it, but it's feeling like that's where it's going to go. People are just going to lose their shit because they're tired of, and that's it. That's literally what it is at this point. That's really what it is at this point. I mean, people are really not playing these days. They're seeing that, things that they value and some people cherished at some points are being taken away from them, or at least they're feeling like that. You know what I'm saying? The simple freedoms, right?
Gmail notification. 5. Band lab note. 7:40. 7:49 p.m.
Yeah, and here's the thing about that. I can honestly say this. Oh, the commercial from Roland Martin. You gotta watch Roland Martin Unfiltered on YouTube. Yeah, right. I said the same shit. Yeah, bro. That's the next moves right now, is getting that kind of engagement going with my music. I'm looking at where to do leasing. Okay. It sounds like a O play. It sounds like a O play. What up, Pisces? But yeah, like when I look when I'm looking at how all of this transpires, like I feel like because like something I had like really struck me. Let me just say this, because this is something that I felt like really just smacked me in the face. Now I came in, I remember like earlier today, I went I was on my way to I was on my way to grab dinner just a while ago. Now today I had already
7:51 p.m.
realized like this morning when I got up and went out for breakfast. Now something I don't usually do. And when I came out and I said, "What's for breakfast?" and they told me, I said, "Oh, I see what this is." When I realized that the facility I live in does not, and I'm talking about this facility celebrates every holiday that comes in, every holiday that has come across every year they celebrate. But because this holiday came up today, no holiday celebration, no acknowledgement, not even a holiday meal, which is and I'm sorry if I'm the only person that I guess feels this way, because this to me does not make sense. I feel like this was a huge slap in the face. Like it is a huge slap in the face. Like
7:52
one
p.m.
of the hugest slap in the faces you could ever do to a person. In my situation, I live in a building where 75% of the they're saying like 75% of the people in this building are black. That's not even the people that's not even including the people that live here. 75% of the people that come here. Right. Mm. And, and I believe you, bro, because for real, like honestly,
7:53 p.m.
and that's the truth. I and in all honesty, the reward I have that I take in is being able to do what I'm doing. That's the only reward that I accept at this point, because honestly, anything else is extra. Like this is what I like doing. This is what makes me happy. It gives me a calming sense. I feel like I'm interacting with the world around me when I'm able to do stuff like this. This is why the PZ show exists. You know what I'm saying? Especially once we got to a point like we were at in 2020, when no one was able to go anywhere. We were all stuck in our house and we couldn't do anything. And everyone had to just stay there.
7:54 p.m.
Hmm. Hmm. And that's the crazy. Hmm. Right. And I mean, and that's the best way to be at this point, because truth be told, I'd rather be the one helping to push the motherfucking boat forward rather than the motherfucker having to navigate. Because
7:55 p.m.
real to me, I honestly believe to myself that we are in a world where, you know, the leadership role is not just one that, needs one head. We need more than one head, but we need someone to make the final call. Thank you.
folks who've stopped driving at night.
That's it. And at the end of the day, that's really where it counts the most. Because, you know, where I'm at with it is, you know, I lead my life by faith, and I continue to pray on everything that's been given and blessed to me throughout these years since I've been in this position, in this life. And even in my day-to-days before all of this, I knew at some point I would be in a position where God is going to be here when no one else is. And knowing that,
7:56 p.m.
and knowing that, you know what I'm saying? Not only just knowing that, but knowing that, you know, when it's all said and done, the one thing
7:56
about
p.m.
me that I want to leave behind and I want people to be able to take in when they notice that I'm no longer here, it's just the fact that I did not come in here to do anything else but be somebody who really cared about making a difference that was going to last the lifetime that it would take for people to realize that what we had, what we started, was for the benefit of all mankind. Because at the end of the day, like real talk, like I believe that we live in a world
7:57 p.m.
that really deserves better, and it's up to us to acknowledge and see past the color shadings that we keep getting put in front of and say, look, you're a person, I'm a person. We care about this planet we live on. This planet we live on is having an issue. We need to fix it. See what I'm saying? Fuck the damn black, fuck the white, fuck the Asian, fuck the goddamn Korean, fuck all of these damn different races. That's a distraction. All of this shit is a distraction. Let's think about this planet, Earth. We live here. We walk on it, shit on it, sleep on it, all of that. We have to take care of it. And with that, I have less than 2 minutes left to get you guys in tune with the Peasy Show theme song. So we're going to bang that bitch right now.
Button.
For y'all to let
Unknown
y'all
play
know.
video. Button. Tap to active play video. 0 minute play video. Button. 0 minutes 0 seconds of
No.
7 play video. Button. Next track is 8 play video. Button.
Let's go. Yeah, man. So with that, I just want to tell y'all, man, I appreciate y'all. I really do, man. I really do. Y'all tune in with us tomorrow. Catch us on Talk About It Tuesday. Don't forget, we looking for a topic to talk about today for that day. So drop it in my DMs. Let's go. Hey. Yeah. Hey, hey. Yeah, yeah. Appreciate you, dog. Yeah, man. Down to one. That's right. Hey, let's go. Hey. Okay. Word. Hey. It's alright. you. Hey, all right, y'all, I gotta go. I appreciate y'all tuning in to the show. It's your bro, the Blind MC. I am Feezy. I appreciate y'all for tuning in, and don't forget, check us out for tomorrow. Talk About It Tuesday. I'm on live tonight. Air It Out Radio. We got a new joint we're gonna submit to them, so tune in with them. That starts at 9:30 Eastern. Check us out. Peace.
Topics to try on the Tuesday. New wave music on Wednesday. Talk back Thursday, Friday. Can't wait to the open mic. Got a cypher on Saturday.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. You too, brother. I appreciate you for being here, bro. I appreciate it, brother. I'll check you tomorrow, bro. I'll catch you later, though. Hey, you know what it is, y'all. Hey, we doing it. Share the live, share the live. Yeah. I appreciate y'all for being a part of here and what we do here. It's just another day, man. I said, talk to me tomorrow. I'll post up the full viewing of my dog, Dr. Weathers, joining the show today. So I'll see you guys later.